My name's Eric Mattson. I'm the president of Amrep Manufacturing Company. We are a manufacturer of refuse collection bodies, more commonly known as trash trucks.
And we're based out of Ontario, California.
In 2019, we became a part of the Wastequip family. I consider us a true manufacturer. We're not just an assembler. We actually bring in the raw material, we process that raw material, we make all the subcomponents, and then we take those subcomponents and we actually assemble to make the finished product. You know, in the past, nobody knew what brand of steel you bought. You basically just purchased steel, but we had to come up with a material that was actually strong enough to withstand the compaction, the severe duty environment that we have in the refuse collection industry, and eventually we landed on Hardox.
The Hardox is known for strength and durability and then overall longevity and wear.
When we found the Hardox product, we found that a lot of the challenges that we had seen in some of the other products that we had purchased and used were not there as far as the difficulties that we had.
One of our older truck body designs, this is the octagon design. This is prior to us using the Hardox material.
It was a different product. It was all 80,000 PSI high tensile steel. It was a ribbed body. We have tested some other materials prior to Hardox that required preheat of the steel before you could weld, and if it wasn't done properly, it caused cracking in the bodies. It was what we found.
This is the regular lower body sidewall, where with the Hardox material we would not have to replace this. Now this has to be replaced because obviously it's been worn out. Same thing with the rear door. The rear door on the newer design is a Hardox door. This was not a Hardox door, so we had to actually replace the entire rear door.
We need to look at everything. We looked at design, we looked at the material types, and we changed everything all at once.
Amrep was the first company to started making a shaped body.
We were able to build the elliptical body using basically 4 sheets of Hardox. So we have 2 lower sheets that are the lower body and the floor. We have 2 upper sheets that are the upper sidewalls and the roof of the body. We build the entire body shell, the entire rear door shell, and the hopper out of Hardox.
Our competitors are only using the Hardox product in wear areas. They are not doing what we're doing, which is the full body shell.
Some people might think that might be overkill, but what we found is that because it's such a high strength rating, we don't see any deformation of the product. Because they're lasting longer, they're having to make less investment. We always are looking to try to make our truck lighter and stronger. Our industry is weight conscious, and they really are concerned about how much payload they can carry. Obviously, the more payload they can legally carry, the less trips to the landfill, the less mileage they have actually on the route. With the Hardox body design, we've been able to eliminate a lot of the actually assembly processes,
which will reduce the overall build time on the body.
We used Hardox for like 10 years before we became a Hardox In My Body member. Being an official Hardox In My Body member means that we certify that we're using that high grade of Hardox material in all the wear areas of our body. It gets a serialized sticker, and so everybody knows that they can count on that that quality of material is installed in that body. You might think that, is that really important? Well, it is important because when you're looking at, say, a trash truck, for example, and you see a painted, completed unit, how do you know what material is in that body? So by putting that label on it, you know that the material that's under that paint that you can't see is actually that high quality Hardox material. Provided by Hardox, they're serialized and tracked by Hardox, and they're also serialized and tied to our serial number and tracked by us.